And hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Marco Governali. So this episode we're going to be talking about anxiety. The title is How to Overcome Anxiety. So, this is what we need to understand. The problem with overcoming anxiety and understanding that solutions do exist is that unfortunately our doctors, mainly our psychologists and psychiatrists, do not quite understand, if I may, or they're not clear about what the mind is. The mind. They just ask any psychologist, and I have many friends psychologists, just ask him, what is the mind? Where is the mind? They simply are not able, we are not able to differentiate between the mind and the brain. They think it's the brain, but they know it's not the brain. Because when they open a brain up, other than synapses, they don't find any thoughts, any images, any memories, any nothing. So the problem is that we are reluctant, the scientific community is reluctant to step a little bit over the what we call physical tangible. Because you see, we think of the intangible, what I call the spiritual, we normally think of it as spooky, paranormal, misunderstood, religious, unproven, unprovable. So therefore, it's a subject we don't quite understand and we shy away from it. The problem is, I am told by Seth, that 99.5% of the universe is spiritual, non-physical, and only 0.5% or less, as a matter of fact, is what we call physical, which in the end it's also spiritual in the first place. The famous Nikola Tesla, in my opinion, the greatest scientist, the greatest scientific mind that ever existed, said, the moment science starts taking spirituality seriously and starts studying the universe from my spiritual/frequency standpoint, we are going to learn more in 10 years than what we have learned in the history of mankind. Think about it. So Nikola Tesla, for as much as tangible experiments he was making, he was using the intangible, he was using energy, he of course ended up with electricity in the end, but he obtained this electricity out of the air, out of thin air. So he understood spirituality and the intangible, the non-physical very well. But let's go back on track. Anxiety. Anxiety is simply due to lack of knowledge. It's as simple as that. When we don't know what the mind is, and we tend to dismiss it, we miss 99.9% of the whole package. And this is why. Your body is nothing more than your mental expression. Whatever you think you want to do, you want to go to the movies, your body takes you to the movies. When the body is all fully used up or too old or damaged, you discard it. Just like buying another car. As simple as that. It is really as simple as that. So you are the mind, and because you, the mind, the thinking part of you, wants to experience a physical existence, have no other choice than rent a vehicle, a car, take it for a ride for 100 years, and then let go of it. It's really as simple as that. So you are the mind. So because you are the mind, and you have chosen, or you must live on planet Earth for a while, You do that, like we said, by virtue of using a human body to do so. And hence the problem, the human body, because it's so the physical element, because it's so tangible, visible, full of all sorts of feedbacks, ends up fooling us, the mind, the real part of us, that this is real and we are not, where in reality it's the total opposite. We see an object, a phone, oh, I can touch it, this must be real, without realizing that in reality we're just projecting it outwardly. So we end up fooling ourselves, thinking that the physical out there is the real part, and the mind part, the spiritual side, maybe it exists, maybe not. We tend to dismiss it. In other words, we lose our compass, we lose our sense of direction. Now, of course, this physical movie of ours does not help in the process, because as a result of what we want to experience here on planet Earth, we do nothing more than, and everybody else does the same, but to impart negativity. We are talking here not just 1 month, 1 year, a decade. We are talking century upon century upon century. From the spiritual standpoint, there's a purpose to that. We discussed that before in different videos. God is simply learning through us. It wants to know the good and the bad. Why do we have so much negativity on the physical side? Because the spiritual side, there are no accidents, there's no wars, there is no killing, there is no robberies, there is no nothing as far as negativity is concerned. So God needs this plane to learn the negative side of itself and what it's capable of doing. So, because we are so bombarded from in each side by negativity, we end up believing that negativity is the status quo. And don't forget that your brain has two sides to it. Your physical brain has two sides to it. The main brain, which is the thinking part, which means your daily routines, your daily things you do, your day by day understanding of life. But then there is the long term, your paradigm, your true personality. And that true personality, that small portion of your brain that it doesn't change on a daily basis, it stays true. Not only stays true for decades, but also it retains centuries, if not millennia, of negative thinking and negative experiences. You, when you are born, you're already inherit in your DNA, your ancestors, whatever they went through, whatever they learned, whatever they believed, you're already primed for it. That sits in the portion of your brain which is the long-term personality. In other words, yeah, I can read a book today and think different for a couple of days, but really I revert back to what I really am, my true nature. Well, we do that without thinking because it goes on automatic, but this is the positive side to it. Just like we unknowingly program that to register negativity and to save and store negative thoughts, we can retrain it. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but it's not hard. And the reason why it's not hard, because I'm told by Seth that 1 positive thought equals 100 negative thoughts. So if it took you 1,000 years to program negativity, it's going to take you 10 years to totally change who you are. And believe me, 10 years goes a lot faster than we think. In other words, 100 of the effort. So all you need to do, if you understand this, and you truly, because you see, if you don't want to change, if you're comfortable, if you like your negativity, you're being angry all the time, being pensive, being upset, being worried all the time. Because some people actually end up believing that's the way life is, and they welcome it in a way. But if you truly want to change, all you need to do is make a decision. Don't forget, life, it's all about making decisions. You have decided what city you live in, what line of work you do, what job, who you marry, who you divorce, you decide everything that happens to you. You decide what you're going to do tomorrow. Say, but circumstances don't forget. Circumstances have to reflect what you are thinking inside in the first place. The universe has to give you whatever you expect of it. And so you can have two brothers living in the same house, and you would think that they will have the same life experience, but yet one is experiencing all kinds of negatives, one is experiencing all kinds of positives. One says that there is no work in the city, the other one is, Jesus, I can't keep up. I get phone calls from everywhere wanting to hire me. And one says that the weather is always ugly, and the other one says, look at the beautiful day. And then one says people cannot be trusted, and the other one trusts everybody. Same family, same cultural background, they were raised the same, with the same wealth level and everything else. So what is the difference? The difference is what they decide. The difference is what they choose. The difference is how they choose their life experience. But knowing this, all you need to do is realize that all it takes is retrain your mind. How do you retrain your mind? It's actually very easy, and it's free. There is so much information out there. So why is it that perhaps you don't mind spending an hour a day watching The Young and the Restless or Family Feud? Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I watch Family Feud myself. But what about spending just 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day watching something positive? I mean, YouTube is full of positive information, motivational videos, such as this one here, for instance. Look, all it takes is 5 to 10 minutes a day, a commitment. Why is it that you are committed to go and make somebody else's money 8 hours a day and perhaps drive 1 hour each way and take a bus and take whatever to get there? You commit 12 hours of your day to make somebody else's money for peanuts, but you refuse to commit 10 minutes a day to increase your knowledge, to better yourself. Because you are made of habits. And the more you do a certain thing, the more it becomes the norm. The moment you start feeling better, because perhaps you've watched 10 motivational videos, or perhaps you read a couple of books, you want more of it, because you start changing, you start seeing the difference. Have you ever noticed how any wealthy or any scientist's home, what they have is behind is hundreds of books? I mean, I have a few, maybe I have 50, 100 of them, but they're all specific. They all really talk about the same thing, the law of attraction. Have you ever noticed how these folks just read? Well, there is a reason for that, because knowledge is power. So instead of them spending $5 a day buying the Daily Mirror, which is all bullshit, you know that. It amazes me that people know it is all made up, it's all fake news, and still they buy it. It amazes me. But yet they don't want to buy a book a month, or a book every 6 months even, spend $20 and better their knowledge. Look, bottom line is, it's all up to you. Your mind can be reprogrammed. So how do you defeat anxiety? Simply make the conscious decision that you're going to change. Make the conscious decision knowing that as you start inputting positive information in your mind, just random positive information, and block out the negativity, you are going to start to see the difference. And the more you see the difference, the more you want of it. So do make the decision of getting up in the morning, and it doesn't matter what time you get up. You don't have to get up at 6 a.m. I get up around 8 o'clock or so. But do make the decision that the first 30 seconds, as soon as you open your eyes, just think, thank you. I am so fortunate. I am so blessed. I am so thankful. And don't be afraid to say, I am rich. I am wealthy. Things and money and wealth, it just comes to me easy. Just say that for about 30 seconds. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to pay for that. Just don't worry about it. Just say it. I am healthy. I am a nice person. Everybody likes me. Good things come to me. Money comes to me, and I am rich. But rich not just financially, but in every and each way. Just do that for 30 seconds, and then take a shower, have breakfast, and you would not believe the difference going to make. But do the same thing before you go to sleep at night. The last minute, the last 30 seconds, especially when you're starting to get foggy, just before you cross over to the other dimension, sleep dimension, just use the last 30 seconds, do the same thing. I am good, people love me, and I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, and things just come to me easy, and I'm just positive. Look, you guys, I don't want to bore you with my problems, but look, when I was 12 years of age, I got crushed by a car. The car rolled over. They were supposed to cut my legs off. They patched them together the best they could. My right leg is 1 inch shorter than the left. I get used to it. My knees had no cartilage left. I was scheduled for knee replacement both sides 3 years ago. I told the doctor, nope. He says, but you're in pain. I said, it's okay, I don't think about it. Look, my knees hurt constantly, but I don't even take any pills for it. I just block it out. A year ago, I was at the red lights, minding my own business. This woman decided, bang, to hit me from behind. Big concussion. I was out of commission for several weeks. I couldn't drive for 6 months. I just started driving recently. Right now, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm wearing 2 hearing aids, you guys. Look at this. Do you see that? Okay? But this is not because I'm deaf. I can hear very well. But the problem is the concussion caused, see, look, it's another one right here, see? So the concussion caused me this hissing sound in my brain. It's similar to what they call tinnitus or tinnitus, but it's not caused because of old age or because natural. It was because of the concussion. So these things here, they're not because I need to hear better, but it's because they generate a sound to mask the other sound. So what I got in my brain right now is 2 sounds. One that goes zzz all day long, 24/7, and then the other masking sound goes shh. So right now I have a concert in my brain. But do you see me complaining? Do you see me crying or cursing? No, just, you know what? I bless it. And it's not as it doesn't take as much out of me. Now, when I do these videos, of course, in order to appear normal, in order to appear decent, I must gather so much energy. I must take all my strength and put it all together so that I can appear normal to you. But believe me, when I'm finished, I crash. I crash because this sound in my brain takes so much out of me that after 15, 20 minutes, an hour of talking to someone, I just have to let go. But again, you don't see me complaining, do you? I'm happy. I am so thankful. It's not even funny. And I even bless these things here, these sound generators. I even bless them because they make my day a little bit more bearable. So look, you guys, the doctor thought I was going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. No, I ride the bike. I do everything. My right leg is 1 inch shorter. So what? I have a little bit of a limp. You don't even notice. Most people don't even notice it. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not complaining. That is the point. It's no point complaining. Just they give you lemons, you add a little bit of vodka and you make lemon vodka. You know what I mean. Just don't worry, just keep on going. Just Be grateful. And when you're grateful, things, so-called problems, they're not as harsh on you anymore. They become lesser. You have more power than any problem, any issue. Whatever issue, whatever situation is causing you anxiety and then depression, only you can fix it, no doctor can fix it. Doctor always going to give you antidepressant, which makes it even worse. It's a mask. It's trying to suppress the feeling. They don't address the source. The source is you. Understand that you can be reprogrammed. You being fed millions of megabytes of negative information. It's your job, it's your duty, if you so decide, to wash it away gradually with positive information. Stop watching the goddamn news. Stop watching Trump versus the other guy and cursing each other. It's all bullshit anyways. It's all fake. You are led to believe that the one against the other. They're all part of the same system. Don't worry about Trump. Don't worry about Hillary Clinton. Don't worry about this war, the other war. It's all to keep you busy worrying. Why? So that they can sell you more medicinals. Don't you see what the news does? They unload all the crap on you all day long. This is what's going on in China. This is what happened in Afghanistan. This is a bomb went off in Iraq. What the hell have I got to do with Iraq or China? Why would I need to know that? The bottom line is, they feed it to you, but you can make the decision to change the channel. Just put something fun, something that makes you happy. You have that power. They try, but you have that power. Don't you see what they do? They feed you all the negative information at supper time. And then immediately after, they show you the antidepressants and the heart attack medicinals and the stroke medicinals. They know what they're doing. They just don't let them do that to you. That's how you become more and more depressed, because you end up believing that the planet is falling apart. Don't worry about the stupid, the global warming. It's all bullshit. It's all normal. We got nothing to do with it. Don't believe what you've been told. Just don't worry about these things. The planet has to do what it will do regardless of us. Don't worry about things that are out of your reach anyways. The planet fixes itself. Technology will fix everything. What our ancestors damaged, we are going to fix. Don't worry. Let me ask you a question. A very wise person asked me one time, says, Marco, let me ask you a question. What is the point in worrying? Exactly. So I'm going to give you an example. Suppose you're on a flight. You got 300 people on board, 400 people on board. What do you think happens if all 400 people on board think, oh my God, we're going to crash. Oh my God, we're going to crash. They think the airplane is going to crash. All 400 people on board. You might say, well, nothing is going to happen. And I might agree with you. But my question is, why jinx it in the first place? Wouldn't it much matter if people don't worry about the airplane crashing? If you had to choose between boarding this plane and the other plane, which one would you choose? The one where everybody's thinking the airplane is going to crash, or the one where everybody's happy and smiling and having a good time? Think about it. So it works on a larger scale and a smaller scale. You are the pilot of your own life. Your airplane ain't crashing. Your airplane is doing wonderful. Just convince yourself of that. Believe it. And just practice it every day. And so your physical life, your physical experience will mirror your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Change your physical life. Change what you're thinking. Change your physical experience. Thank you so much. I love you and send you a big kiss, okay? See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.